Hello, good day everyone. I am Carl Kevin Diaz, a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies student, and I will be discussing the different types of assessment in learning.
Formative assessment. Formative assessment refers to a wide variety of methods that teachers use to conduct and process evaluations of student comprehension, learning needs, and academic progress during a lesson, unit, or course. Formative assessment help teachers identify concepts that students are struggling to understand, skills they are having difficulty acquiring, or learning standards they have not yet achieved, so that adjustments can be made to lessons, instructional techniques, and academic support. This is used to collect information on students' understanding throughout the learning process to help teachers adjust their strategies accordingly.
A formative assessment serves as a practice of the concepts learned. Moreover, it is specifically designed to monitor student learning and provide feedback to improve teaching. This means that formative assessments helps the students to identify their strengths, weaknesses, and improvement areas. Also, it helps the teachers to identify the learning issues that the students face and devise methods to resolve them. Here are some of the example activities of formative assessment: making a concept map, summarization, and reflection writing. Concept maps are a cross-disciplinary active learning technique that helps students manage concepts into sub-concepts, synthesize information, see a larger picture, and develop high-order thinking skills and strategies. The importance of summarization for the students is they will gain all the lessons and ideas that you have been discussed. As a result, you should get a grasp of what students do and don't understand about today's lessons. Reflective learning is a way of allowing learners to step back from their learning experience, helping them to develop critical thinking skills and improve on future performance by analyzing what they have learned and how far they have come.
Summative assessments. Summative assessment is an assessment administered at the end of an instructional unit in a course. These assessments are intended to evaluate student learning by comparing performance to a standard or benchmark. They are often high stakes, meaning they have a high point value. Examples of summative assessments include midterm exams, a final exam, or a final project. Summative assessments are given to students at the end of an instructional period. They are evaluative rather than diagnostic and are used to measure whether a course's learning objectives were met. Unlike formative assessments, summative assessments are formal and involve clear instructions, expectations, and grading rubrics to measure student comprehension. This is used to measure students' knowledge after a subject has been taught.
Summative assessments can help teachers determine whether students are making adequate academic progress or meeting expected learning standards, and results may be used to inform modifications to instructional techniques, lesson designs, or teaching materials the next time a course, unit, or lesson will be required.
Here are the differences of formative assessment and summative assessment. Formative assessment is evaluation during learning, while summative assessment is evaluation after learning. Formative assessment is monitoring learning process, while summative assessment is assigning of ranks and grades. Formative assessment improves learning, while summative assessment evaluates achievements. Formative assessment provides ongoing feedback for improving instructions, while summative assessment is comparison through standardized tests. Formative assessments focuses on learning goals, while summative assessment focuses on results. Formative assessment covers small content areas, while summative assessments include the entire course. Diagnostic assessment. Another type of assessment, which is given at the beginning of the course or the beginning of the unit or topic, is known as diagnostic assessment. This assessment is used to collect data on what students already know about the topic. Diagnostic assessment are sets of written questions, multiple choice or short answer that assess a learner's current knowledge base or current views on topic to be studied in the course. The goal is to get a snapshot of where students currently stand intellectually, emotionally, or ideologically, allowing the instructor to make sound instructional choices as how to teach the new course content and what teaching approach to use. They are often used pre and post instruction, where students are given identical pre and post tests before and after the course. This method allows instructors and students to chart their learning progress by comparing pre and post test results.
The purpose of diagnostic assessments is to help identify problems with a certain instruction style and provide insights into improvement that can be done in the quality of delivery. Diagnostic assessments in education help educators understand their students' strengths, weaknesses, knowledge level, and skill set prior to beginning instruction. Diagnostic assessment examples include pre-assessment tests that give you a snapshot or diagnose knowledge to screen students.
Here are the example activities for diagnostic assessment: journal making, performance task, and group work. Placement assessment. Placement assessments are used to place students into a course level, or academic program. For example, an assessment may be used to determine whether a student is ready for Algebra 1 or a higher level algebra course, such as an honor level course. For this reason, placement assessments are administered before a course or program begins, and the basic intent is to match students with appropriate learning experiences that address their distinct learning needs. The purpose of placement testing is to determine your current level of skills and knowledge in reading, writing, and math. This information determines the most appropriate courses for your enrollment.
Placement evaluation is conducted before the organization of teaching learning activities to measure the entry behavior or previous knowledge of learners. Another purpose is to know whether the learner is able to acquire the new learning experience which is related to the previous knowledge.
Traditional assessment. Traditional assessments are tests taken with paper and pencil that are usually true or false, matching, or multiple choice. These assessments are easy to grade but only test isolated application, facts, or memorized data at lower level thinking skills. Traditional assessment evaluates the learning and retaining capacity of a child. It analyzes how much of the provided material or syllabus has been acquired by the student. It also helps educators or teachers to compare the performance of different students.
Traditional assessment forces educators to spend time teaching students how to manage tests, including strategies for selecting correct answers from a listed group. Alternative assessment allows educators to focus on critical reasoning skills, which students will be able to apply naturally to long-form test questions. It also refers to the conventional methods of testing which usually produce a written document, such as quiz, exam, or paper. Standardized tests, most state achievement tests, and high school graduation examination are also examples of traditional assessment.
Authentic assessment. Authentic assessment is the measurement of intellectual accomplishments that are worthwhile, significant, and meaningful. As contrasted with multiple choice tests, authentic assessment can be devised by the teacher or in collaboration with the student by engaging student voice. Authentic assessment is the idea of using creative learning experiences to test a student's skills and knowledge in realistic situations. Authentic assessment measures students' success in a way that's relevant to the skills required of them once they've finished your course or degree program.
Authentic assessments provide students a chance to apply what they have learned and allow students to construct meaning about what they have been taught. The goal of authentic assessment is to enhance the learning process and help students gain knowledge while completing tasks that are beneficial to their real-world experiences. That's all for today. Once again, I am Carl Kevin Diaz, a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies student, discussing the different types of assessment in learning. And I hope you learned something from it. And thanks. Peace out.